Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? Russ here from Porky's Corner. Welcome to part two. Just waiting for Aberdeen Angus to check in. All right. Ready for part two. Go on, are you ready, lad? Where are you? Oh, here we are. Andy's Caverns. You there, lad?
That's me back, yeah. How we doing?
I still got a picture of a Froch whacking Kessler. That's when he dropped him in Denmark, but they didn't get it as a drop, did they? But that's last time. Last time he wore gloves other than a black colour. He wore black after every fight after that.
I remember you telling me that, son, about a split second later you see black gloves or something.
Right. Can you see that the background when he's punching Kessler right on the jaw, yeah? Right. Can you see the red glove punching him, yeah, on the jaw, yeah?
I can't see any picture at the moment.
Right.
No picture.
Can you see my profile picture there?
No, I don't see anything. It's nothing there, Ross. Just a white dot.
Just a what? A little small white dot?
Yeah, white dot.
Oh, well, anyway, it's a picture of Froch banging Kessler on the jaw. Point I want to make it, background black. Now, you'd see the black glove that fraction later than you would any other colour. You know that?
Yeah.
So I just want to mention it. Just little victories that fighters have in the mind leading up to the fight. They're all looking for that little edge, aren't they? Like if you can give somebody organic vegetables for a couple of weeks in his head, he might think that he's running faster.
You know, all these little things help, eh?
It's just like a snooker player if he's having a bad time and that. They go back to basics, get your stance right, and visualize the ball going into the pocket and all that kind of thing. Or a cricketer about opening batsman. If you're struggling, just play for the next ball and your form might come. Do you know what I mean? But everybody's looking for an edge, aren't they? But I thought that was a great fight. I don't like watching that Froch Kessler one, first one. Just does me head in. But I like watching the second one.
Yeah.
You don't get no decisions, do you, on a Kalasua rat show, do you? Referees against you, judges are against you. You're in, another country. It's crap, isn't it? But okay, then we've spoke about Tyson Fury, right? He doesn't fight Joshua or Usyk next, right? Who does Tyson Fury fight next?
The winner of Big Joe Joyce and Zhang, maybe?
Yeah, but what if Joe Joyce wins that?
Mm.
It's going to be a third, isn't there, according to Bricktop?
No, another trilogy.
Could you bear it? Another trilogy?
Nah, I mean, unless it's a really good fighter or some controversial ending or something like that. But I just need to get that out of the way, get the rematch done, and then they should be getting a shot at the title, shouldn't they? Full title, whether it be Usyk or Fury. I think they deserve it. It's dragged on too long. Nobody's getting a shot at anything. Apart from Triple Knee, he got a shot, didn't he? I see Bricktop shouting for him to fight Joshua now.
Oh,
he's putting Triple Knee.
Triple Knee. Desperate Daniel DeBar.
Desperate Dan.
Right, if Desperate Dan fights Joshua, it could be sponsored by some chandelier company, couldn't it?
Either the two, that could go either way, that fight, couldn't it? I mean, I thought when he fought Usyk, even though he was totally outclassed, he had a wee bit more. He was letting the punches go better than Joshua was, wasn't he?
Well, yeah. It's. So I don't think that fight will happen. I'd like to see it happen, but I don't think it'll happen for a simple reason. They don't want to work together, do they? They say they want to do, but when you've got two families that can't stand the sight of each other, I mean, when are people going to get their heads around it that they're not going to work together? They're not going to do it. When are we going to have Gareth A. Davis and all them on TalkSport finally just turn around to them and say, look, stop waffling. You just don't want to work together unless you're mandated to by mandatories. Well, I'm right, aren't I? I know I fucking am.
And I think Matchroom are the ones that go about rubbing everybody up the wrong way. And even Spotty Frank's at it at the moment. He's annoying me when I watch his interviews with him. They're just going about slagging everybody off, just rubbing everybody up the wrong way, basically. Just annoying everybody. Like what they did when they said they went to America and they're going to be beating everybody, all the other promoters, weren't they?
What Spotty said they were going to take over in America.
No, Eddie Hills did that. But
well, they haven't, though, have they? They've not took over, though, have they? It's gone the way of the pair. It's not. It's not gone very good for them at all in America, really, has it? Well, that's what I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yep, and it's all to do with their attitude, I think.
You think Eddie's got a bad attitude lately?
I don't know. It's a smugness. I don't know if he's quite as smug as he was now, is he? He's kind of. He's been forced to eat a bit of humble pie as regards the Saudi stuff that's been going on, but I just think I don't know, it's a superiority thing or what it is. They just seem to making out they're the top promoters in the world and that, where they're not. They're probably, what do they think we're about number 5? 5 now.
Number 5, aren't they, or number 4?
5 alive.
They're not as big as what they used to be.
No. And I think the zone's not turned out the way they expected it to turn out either, is it?
We're going to see, aren't we? Frotcher's getting a lot of kudos for his video on Tyson Fury. Did you see it, Andy?
Yeah, I seen it. It was good, yeah. He's right. He's just telling it like it is. He's telling the truth there.
Yeah. Well, why not?
He's done one about Conor Benn as well, I think, hasn't
he? Yeah. Frank Warren, a.k.a. Bricktop, he's come out. So has Paul Smith, a.k.a. son of Buddy. You know, Buddy McGirt's son.
Jim Royal, no.
Jim Royal, Paul Smith. Buddy, I call him son of Buddy now. He's come out. Even son of Buddy's saying, look, if Conor Benn's innocent, have your hearing. Well, that's what Bricktop's saying as well, isn't he?
Yeah. And anyone in Bricktop's show, they was it Tete? He's been banned, isn't he? So Bricktop's no shying away from that side of things, is he?
Well, Bricktop's guy, he got abandoned. Tete.
Yeah.
He fought Jason Cunningham on BT Sport, won it, and beat him. And he was juicing. He's took his ban. The other one that's took his ban recently.
Somebody else. I can't remember the name though.
Yeah. It's gone from Sokolowski.
Sokolowski, yeah.
Sokolowski, heavyweights, took his punishment. The only ones who've not have been dealt with, Dylan White. He's got two pending, hasn't he? Two. One from 4 years ago that the Saints dealt with, but other people are saying haven't been dealt with over 4 years ago. Then he's got this recent one. I want to know what's happening with them two. There's 2 from Crusher Ben. There's Robert Elenius, and there's John Rambo's daughter, isn't there? Boom Gardner.
Boom Gardner,
Hey. So,
is Dylan White the new disappearing man?
Dylan White's the disappearing man. I've got his phone number here. Should we send Dylan White a message?
Send him a message, yeah.
Send him a message. See
where are you?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right. Anybody who's got Dylan White's number knows it ends in 81. Right. Let's have a look. Let's see if we send it. All right. Here we go. Dylan, what's happening with this second drug test issue? You've gone missing. Are you hiding in Portugal? And hoping it drags out like last time, you know, in July 2019. Can you get back to me? It's Big P from Porky's Corner. PorkyCorner@mail.com. Cheers, Dillian. There you go. Right, that's sent. Let's wait now. Hey, pop, bang on that one, Dylan.
Bruv.
Bruv. I want you on hard road, bruv. I want to fight you. Bruv.
I think he'll come on a Zoom with you with a scarf round his face shouting, leather jacket.
I don't mind Dylan White. He's all right, for a waste man. He's overachieved, hasn't he, with 7 pay-per-views? Come on, if the Cobra's only had 3 and he's had 7, he ain't got no hardware, has he? He's all fur coat, no knickers.
Yeah. He's a lucky man.
He's a lucky what?
He's a lucky man to get all the pay-per-views when he's...
If it weren't for Carl Froch, you would have never had a pay-per-view. Him or Tony Bellew.
Yeah.
Kneel before the Cobra. That's what they need to do. Do you feel right, Andy, that, do you know all these misfit shows? Do you feel that Bricktop and Eddie Hills, they've been responsible because Bricktop started it all off, didn't he? Years and years ago with Freddie Flintoff. Do you remember?
That's right, aye.
And then we had Spencer Oliver bringing that KSI over, didn't we, about 5 years ago? And then we've had Calla jumping on board, and Eddie's been involved. He had Billy Joe on undercard, didn't he?
Aye, was it KSI and Logan Paul or something like that? Was that Eddie Hills that promoted that? I think it was,
Well, Spencer Oliver was responsible. He even admitted it on TalkSport, didn't you? Jug ears. That's why me and you are never going to be mates, Jug ears. You're a double dipper. You're a double dipper, you. If it were miners' strike and it were 80s and you lived in my village, I'd be saying to my mates at school, I see him there, over there, his dad. We need to watch him. He's the potential scabbing. You'd be a scabbing strike, you, Spencer Oliver. You'd have all your windows put through around here by old lads who were about 14-year-old. And your kids would have been knocked about at school if you had any kids. That's just if your dad were a scab. You'd have had to leave village, you rat.
Double agent.
Hey?
The double agent.
Yeah, it would have been. He's a double agent, mate. It clearly states in the Green Book, it states, if you fuck about with white collar or any of that shit that they're messing about with and you're a laminate holder, you're down the road. That's the law from the Border Control. They're all messing about with it. I don't see anybody down the road. I see odd £100, £200 fine handed out to people because Chris Smedley had one. But there's a lot of them doing what they want with it because the border weak. Now, Amir Khan says he'll fight Jake Paul. What do you think of that? On a Misfits show. Said it other day. What do you think?
Must be money in it. It's money. They're seeing big crowds going to these shows, aren't they? And there must be money there. That's what they're thinking. Isn't it? Look at Tommy Fury. He's making a fortune.
Silver medalist want to fight him.
He's lowering his standards, and he's what exactly? Why is he doing that? It's just where's his morals?
I don't even want the Cobra to fight that Jake Paul because he'd flatten him, and he doesn't need the dough. I think he just does it to have crack, Carl. But
just winds him up and teases him.
Yeah, he trains every day, but I don't think he wants to come back.
No,
unless it were Bellew, he'd come back.
Yeah, he was talking about that, wasn't he?
He'd smash Bellew to pieces, wouldn't he? Smash him.
Exhibition of Bellew. Yeah. I suppose he was talking about a catch weight contest because I think he said Bellew's was 15.
Man, it wouldn't even be a catch. He won't even be a competition.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? Josh Warrington against Lee Wood. Who have you got in that one?
Lee Wood.
I've got Lee Wood by icing him.
Yeah, late on, I think. Yeah. Warrington's bad with the head, isn't he? He uses the head a lot. He's a busy fighter, but he uses his head too much. Holyfield was a bit guilty of that back in the day as well, wasn't he? The third fist.
Good point, that, Andy. Josh
Yeah.
Warrington, I like him. I like his attitude. I've heard he's a very, very hard trainer and that. But what I have noticed in his last 5 fights, there ain't really much statistics to go on in a couple of them. But looking at his
Yeah.
last 5 fights, looking at his punch output, he is looking to take rounds off every 2 rounds, and he's not as full on as he used to be. He's having breathers all the time. I don't think that's because he's cutting corners in the gym or anything. I think it's because maybe Father Time's caught with him. And I think his training team should know that he's at the hill and he's coming down the hill now. And it's a case of matching him accordingly. He got knocked about by that Lara, didn't he? They weren't really keen on him. I mean, third one with him because they had the head clashing second, didn't they? So he don't want to fight him. He don't want to fight Gallard again. We know that. Lee Wood's all that's left for him, really, isn't there? After Lee Wood, who is the Jordan Gill.
You'd be better retiring then, I think.
I think it'd be Lee Wood, then Jordan Gill, and then Dunwone. Jordan Gill could be a way back for him, but that might be a fight too many for him. I think he's a spent force, Warrington. He's a nice enough kid. It's not nice when you say that about somebody fighter is it gets the backup straight away because it's the fighters, aren't they? But Josh Warrington, it comes to everybody. You're a spent force. Admit it. You've got a few quid. Get out with your brains intact. You've overachieved. In you know, you're probably never going to get in Hall of Fame ever. But if you did, it'd be by fluke. But you've overachieved, so be happy. British, Commonwealth, European, and world champion.
Yeah,
He should,
well.
He's overachieved, Danny. Really, he's not a big puncher, is he? He'd done a few tickets and they matched him accordingly, but he's there for taking him now, and I think Lee Wood lights him up.
And he could walk away with head held high, even if he gets beat, you know, and then just call it a day. I think a similar thing applies to Katie Taylor. She's having a rematch, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she's going to get beat again, or it's going to be a worse beating the next time. I don't know why she's carrying on. She needs to call it a day.
Yeah. Who you got? Joyce or Zhang?
Joyce.
Canelo, Charlo.
Charlo.
I've got Canelo late on. Shaka Stevenson, Devin Haney.
I'll go Haney.
I'm going to go Wood Warrington. I've got Wood by stoppage championship rounds. I'm going to go Stevenson on points on that one. Amir Khan, Jake Paul, if they come back. Who you got? Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Amir will throat fight, won't he?
Jake Paul's too big, I think, isn't he? Even though Amir's done now. He shouldn't be fighting anymore. He's done.
Whose shoulder rolls best? Frank Smith, Spotty Frank from Matchroom, or Bricktops from Queensbury?
Bricktop's the number one. He's mastered that over the past 70 years, probably.
Is Tyson Fury a shot fighter?
Not yet. I don't think. But we need to see him fight somebody proper. It's just like I said already. His career's slipping away, isn't it? And it's frustrating from a fan's point of view, I think. But I don't think he's shot yet. No, but he's not the fighter he was, or his legs are not as good as they were, I would say.
Is Sam Jones's arse licking out of control?
Yes.
Yeah. Does Sam Jones need a bit of help with his arse licking, his rimming?
He had the chance to come on and let you counsel him on a Zoom, but he turned that down, didn't he?
Sam Jones, you little rimmer, you bottled it, didn't you, against having a face-off with the pork? You bottled it, Sam. You bottle job. Come see me. Come see me, Sam, now. It's the only way you can put it right now. Otherwise, you might have to bump into me one day, Sam, and that won't be very pleasant for you. All right. But luckily, you've only got short hair, because if it were a bit long and I get you in Boston Stranglehold, Sam, I'll pluck it like a Buxton chicken kid.
Fuck his beard.
Yeah. Do you remember that Lennox Lewis, Frank Maloney picture?
Yeah. I mean, he's carrying him.
He's carrying him, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to get me one of Joe. Do me one of Joe Joyce lifting Sam Jones, but just put their heads on.
Aye, we do that.
Joe Joyce on Lennox's and put Sam Jones's head on Frank Maloney's. You know, like his some little bride being carried over at Fresho. Because Sam would love that. He'd get his rocks off that, wouldn't it? Big old bush like Joe Joyce carrying him over at Threshold. Make him look a total knob. Sam Jones, you're a knob.
Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce like St. Christopher carrying him on his shoulder, eh?
Joe Joyce, big stiff Joe Joyce, big mummy.
I think I redid that picture already. If I put Kelly Maloney getting carried by Lennox Lewis, eh?
Kelly
I think we're
Maloney,
done.
yeah.
Is that right? But her and Jim Royal now, is that are they getting quite close?
We were in Jim Royal.
Kelly Maloney.
Kelly Maloney and Jim Royal. Where's Jim Royal come into it? Do you mean
just seen a
Sam
picture.
Jones?
Oh, I've seen a picture on one of your thumbnabs that Kelly Maloney.
Kelly Maloney and Jim Royal. No, it wasn't. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, that's just how thumbnails come out, kid.
It's just this is the way it happens. Huh?
Listen, all I do with them thumbnails, I just stick a funny thumbnail down and a title, and you get people that lose the shit. They email me and go, "Oh, Porky, you hardly mentioned so and so in thumbnail. That's clickbaiting. Listen, mate, the talk is about boxing. We stick a thumbnail up just to make it a bit interesting, just a bit tongue in cheek. Don't take it so serious. All
It's a
right.
bit of fun.
I think what you need to do, Brian, is you need to get out more. You know what I mean? Get out more. Go for a walk with your dog or something. Don't do what I do. But yeah, other than that, I'm all right. Dave Allen, where do you think he goes next, Andy? Do you think he should knock in on Ed, or do you think that all the talk of him signing with Caller's probably the best thing for him now that his career's probably over at professional level? What do you think?
Is he going to be signing McCall? Is he?
Well, this is what people are saying. They're saying it's probably best off that Dave signs with Misfits now and uses his bit of fame to try and get a few quid, because it's going to be hard for him to get matched as a pro now, isn't it? After that last performance, you can't just keep going forward taking punishment, can you? The board are not going to license you, are they?
He just had no desire, did he? Didn't he? It's all talk beforehand, and that's happened before, hasn't it? It's been all talk, and it's just an empty promise.
Years and years and years ago, I remember being a 13-year-old and getting a game in this cricket team, men's team. I said, "Where am I fielding?" He said, "It's third man." I goes, "Third man? That's for old codgers. That's in behind wicket keeper. Then every 6 balls, you've got to run to all the side of the pitch, haven't you, to be a third man." I remember when I was about 15 and finally I shook that position up and ended up in a better position, fielding. And I remember looking at some of these other third man, and I used to think, "You're not going to last." And that's Dave. It's not going to last because he's got wrong attitude. I had the wrong attitude until my old man said, "Here, sort your attitude out, or you'll be doing this position every week. And it's a 2-3 hour job, innit? A 44 over game. Give me 2-3 hours. Every 6 balls, you've got to walk up and do you nothing." Dave Allen's got the wrong attitude, in my opinion. He went back to Dennis for 6-fight deal, which was a good thing. Start again, 6 fights, and let's see where you are. But after a couple of wins, he wanting to talk big fights and big money, and that's just what happened. It's just human nature. We're human beings, creatures of habit. That's all Dave Allen is. But if Dave would have put the effort in the gym, it would have reflected in his appearance and his performances on the nights. But what have we seen? We've seen him either fighting pure stiffs, and I mean bad white collar, bad level, or an Olympic bronze. There's no in between with him, is there?
Right.
Like Bracamante or David Price or Dylan White or Ortiz. It's craziness. The fights he's been allowed to take, it's his own fault. I've got no sympathy whatsoever. In 10 years from now, I'll be one of them guys sat in pub, stood at bar saying, I could have been a runner bean. That's
Yeah.
what will happen, because I've seen it before. But when they're
Yeah, I
flying
never see that.
high, they don't want to listen to reason. The moral of the story is, if you're a boxer, your main objective is to be fit. If you're fit, everything else will come off your fitness. If you're not fit, you're not going to be able to perform. It's like being a racing car and raring to go, but you can't get to the petrol station to get a full tank in. So you're not going to finish fight, are you? Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
And I personally think it'd probably be a good move for him, that Misfits, because he could probably be in competitive fights with that and not have to train as hard. I think that's the only way
Yeah.
forward now. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. I'll go with that. Yeah, I mean, because in the pro game, he's not got the desire. When you watched that fight, he's looking for a way out, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Just lack of desire. Not throwing hardly any punches, just walking forward, trying to block shots and whatnot. But I thought Big Freeze could have been better as well. Though he wasn't really. He didn't catch fire, did he?
Big Freeze.
I think they should stick him in with somebody like Parker now. Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
Somebody that's proper level, because he should be fighting people at that level already. I did yourself, but a lot of his fights have been disappointing, haven't they? They've been last minute replacements, or just that's frustrating as well, isn't it? Another frustration. Boxing's full of frustrations at the moment, isn't it?
What about Big Freeze? Where does he go now?
Yeah, that's what he needs to step up. Well, he'd ever go for a British title shot against Fabio Wardley. I'd like to see him in that, but he had a chance of that already, didn't he? And he pulled out at the last minute or whatever.
He's pulled out of
Wasn't
that
he
to fight Vac and Dave Allen, and now he wants it. But what did he learn in the Vac and the Dave Allen fight? Well, you could say he had 16 rounds in them fights. He had 16 rounds.
Yeah.
That's all you can say. If that's going to stand him in good stead for Wardley and Adelaide, it will worth it. But I think them Wardley, Adelaide, and Big Freeze, I think they're all pick 'em fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you?
Yeah, I think Wardley impressed me against Nathan Gorman. I thought Nathan Gorman would beat him, but Wardley impressed me against him. He showed a bit of inner steel to come through a sort of crisis, didn't he? And got the job done. But I'd maybe just edge Wardley over the two of them. But like you say, it is close, isn't it? There's no, you couldn't pick a definitive winner out of all three of them. I think it's quite a close run thing. But at the moment, I would just edge Wardley, I would say.
Yeah, what do you think to what stick Fabio Wardley's getting for having that bit of a scuffle with Adelaide's friends?
Was that his fault though? Is it, or did they kind of jump him? I'm not clear. It wasn't clear to me what had actually happened. They seen a scuffle and that, but has it actually come out what actually happened? It wasn't Adelaide himself, was it? Was it some of his entourage? Or?
I don't know, but Bricktop says they don't want any entourages there from now on.
Aye. Yeah, he got a cut. Did he get a cut in the side of his head off his glasses or something like that?
Yeah. What do you think to Eddie coming out saying that Felix Cash and Craig Richards have definitely not been given silent bans? That's put that at rest, hasn't it?
They've not been given what? Oh, silent bans, right?
Yeah, somebody said to me, Hughie Fury's been given a silent ban. Well, I can assure you that he hasn't. So this is boxing. Rumour is a pipe blown by surmisers, jealousies, and conjectures. People are either surmising, they're jealous, or they're just conjecting bullshit. So ignore it.
Yeah.
Ignore it. I do believe though that there's silent bans though, because if they're trying to cover it up all the time, they must have been doing it a few times. So I believe there has been.
Yeah.
And if everybody signed a confidentiality thing, we'll never get to know, will we?
That's right, huh?
For all we know, there could be fighters out there that have served bans and we're never ever gonna know. But
and if we don't know, their opponents won't know either, and then
Well,
I don't
Oscar
think
Rivers
twice.
didn't know Andy did. Did Oscar Rivers know about Dylan? He didn't, did he, at first?
No.
I wonder how they
And
swapped
that's,
that one over then.
and that's wrong as well, eh? It's just wrong, eh? The whole thing's just leaves a bad taste in the mouth, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's a bad taste in mouth. It's a bit more than that, isn't it?
It is. It's just a crock of shit, basically, isn't it?
Mm.
It's just a stain on the whole sport. But there's been a lot of Matchroom. It seems to be well, Bricktop's right what he was saying, eh? What he was going on about Matchroom and like stuff going on that people don't know about. Conor Ben's
Well,
failed test earlier in the year. And
the Conor Benn situation, that's been going on now for 14 plus months. And he's going to fight now. So he's got his own way. But I think they've dug themselves in a bigger hole. And I think tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, there might be a few twists in plot just yet.
yeah.
There might be some twists, and he hasn't fought yet. There might be a few twists in the plot because it's in bad taste if he does fight, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I'm totally disappointed about it. I want to see him fight again, but I want to see him fight again legitimately. To me, it's not legitimately. They're doing everything they can to find a way to get him in the ring, aren't they? But I think the Boxing Board of Control need to come out, like you say, tomorrow and make a statement and say, we do not sanction or any permission for him to fight in America, like Eddie Hearn's trying to say. Eddie Hills is trying to say whoever it is in America has had permission from the British Boxing Board of Control. But I find that hard to believe, but if they have, they have. But that doesn't bode well for the board and their reputation, does it? Which isn't great at the moment anyway. But I think it needs to be. They need to stamp their foot down and make a statement, don't they? Robert Smith needs to come out and make a statement because they can't have some folk getting bans and some folk not getting bans, depending on how much money you've got.
Well, something's got to give, hasn't it?
Yeah. And it's come to crunch time, isn't it? If he's going to be fighting on Friday or Saturday, whenever it is, and who's going to support that? I don't support
Well,
it.
we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see. But who would you favour, Canelo or Crawford, if they fought at 168?
Crawford.
Would you?
I think Crawford. I think Crawford's a brilliant fighter. 168 though, that's quite a step. I still favour Crawford. I think he's going to be stronger coming up. Strong coming up. Mate, it has to be soon. He's 35 odds himself, isn't he? No, he's still good, isn't he? He's still fresh for 35. What's Canelo? Is he about 32, 33 now?
Yeah.
He's had a long. Canelo is. He's had a long career, hasn't he?
Yeah, Canelo's knocking on a bit now, isn't he?
I think he's on the slide, Canelo. I thought that in the John Ryder fight. I thought he's the last 2 or 3 rounds he's slowed down and just wasn't quite as sharp as he normally is. But I think Crawford would take him. I don't think he'd stop him, but I think he'd beat him on points.
Well, Canelo, Charlo, next Saturday, that is.
Yeah. So that's a good fight. That'll be a good fight to watch, won't it?
Well, Keith Thurman says he's going to fight twice next year. And an exhibition. He hardly ever fights, does he?
He's not fought for a long time, has he?
No.
That I can remember. Anyway.
Zhang's manager's saying that after they beat Joyce, they want Fury.
There you go.
Joyce says
like John
underestimated Zhang and he won't this time.
Yeah. I'm going with Joyce. I'm going with Joyce to right or wrong.
Well,
I don't like sitting on the fence. I've got to make a decision one way or another.
I noticed that John Fury's every now and then he seems to be mentioning Andy Ruiz a lot. Very cunning is John Fury.
He does, huh?
I'm starting to wonder if Tyson's looking at Andy Ruiz. You know, for in New Year. As
Big John's getting into people's subconscious.
Yeah, the guy who beat Joshua and all that carry on, isn't it?
I seen a video of Andy Ruiz the other day looking quite trim, but you quite often see pictures of him looking trim, and he's the next time you see him, he looks fat again. I don't know if he's using some kind of filter or something to make him look thin. I don't know.
Why is Tyson Fury coming out with statements like this? I think it's sad that the man I'm named after, Mike Tyson, is training Ngannou, who's going against me. What a load of shit. It's a boxing match against a guy that's never boxed. It doesn't matter who's in his corner. The name dropping a load of shit just for views. Amir Khan, that drug test come from sharing a drink now.
Aye. They Conor McGregor give him it.
Yeah, he's doing a Kid Galahad so he can get 6 months knocked off his ban and then fight before April next year.
Fighting misfits.
Yeah, well, that's what it'll. Well, he might even want to go pro, or if he goes misfits, it don't matter if he's banned, does it?
Yeah. You know, wasn't it Conor McGregor putting some of that forged stout down his neck, was it?
Well, Gary Russell Jr. has love for Pitbull Cruz, but believes he'd outclass him. Who cares about Gary Russell Jr.? You know what I mean? Tony Bellew backs Conor Benn to beat Eubank by KO. He's too explosive, says our Tony.
I seen that. Because when he was talking to Frotchies on about that, I thought, what is he on? Who's he beat? He's not beat anybody, He's not beat anybody, is he? So
do you know what I mean? If Tony Bellew got run over by a car, he'd bleed matchroom type coloured blood, wouldn't he? You know, if you broke Tony's leg, it'd say matchroom boxing on inside of his leg, wouldn't
it? He's probably got a matchroom tattoo somewhere.
Yeah, well, the same one as Darren Barker.
Has he got one?
Darren Barker's got one as well. His is not as big as Terry Harper. She's got a bull. She had a Bullcroft bull on her bicep, Terry Harper. He would probably tattooed it. Isn't that right, gingerbread man with orange armpits? Mr. Orange Armpits. All orange pubes. Right, I'm going to get off, mate. I'm going to get off. We've got some Thai food going to be dropped off in a minute. So listen, you take care, pal.
You too, mate. Enjoy your food.
Yeah, I will. And I will speak to you tomorrow. All right, Andy?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that button.
And leave a comment. Like and subscribe and leave a comment. But don't forget to hit the notification button because you get your Porky Fix straight to your phone, don't you? Pop, pop, bang! Peace out. Big shout out to my mate Mark in Stoke-on-Trent after stomach surgery. Hope you well, Mark. Peace out. Cheers, Andy.